Hey, what's up guys? This is Rich. We're here with IGN's official Wii U unboxing. We're gonna take a look at the system itself. This is the deluxe edition, show you everything that's inside, show you a couple of the games, their discs, their manuals, and the Pro Controller. Let's get started. All right, first up, let's take a look at the console itself. This is a deluxe edition. I highly recommend you guys lay this thing flat. Reason being, Nintendo used the same dual shelf approach that it did for Wii. So you've got these trays, and there's a second one in here. So let's take a look at the top one. It's pretty basic stuff. You've got Nintendo Land. It actually comes in a case, unlike Wii Sports, which had that weird looking sleeve. So you got this here, game inside, you know, as you might expect. So you got Nintendo Land. Manual right below it, nothing too exciting there. You've got a power brick for the console itself, as well as a separate power brick for the gamepad. So you'll charge the gamepad separately, independently. There's also a cradle, we'll get to that in a minute. And then if you go below Nintendo Land in the manual, you're looking at a bunch of the sort of deluxe edition stuff. This is just a holding tray for the gamepad. It sits right here, kind of props it up for you to look at or do video chat. This is the charging cradle that I mentioned before, allows you to charge your gamepad. Good old sensor bar, basically the same thing as you know from the Wii era. And then HDMI cord. This is actually, believe it or not, the first home console to come with an HDMI cord right in the box. Hard to believe, but that's technology for you. And then this is actually the stand for the Wii U. You've seen it a lot just on a horizontal level, but you can actually prop it up vertically with these two little feet. So that's the top tray. Let's get right onto the second tray, which actually has what you want. All right, so first up, let's take a look at the gamepad. Right next to each other. The system is actually, although it's a bit heavier than Wii, it's a little smaller than you might expect. It sits right next to the gamepad. So here's the pad itself. You know, you got your twin sticks, obviously. I mean, all this stuff is very familiar to us. Face buttons, D-pad, obviously the touchscreen here, home button. There's the NFC reader here, which we haven't seen in too much action. A TV button, power button. Flip it over to the back. You can see a shelf here that allows you to grip it in different positions if you need to. This is where the charger goes for the battery, or for the adapter charger. Got a headphone jack here. Got a volume switch here. Stylus pops in right in the back there. It's actually about the same size as maybe like an XL stylus for the 3DS. And that's about it. Shoulder triggers, that sort of stuff. So there you go. And then, of course, what you've all been waiting for. Now, mind you, I've removed a little bit of the tape here to make it a little easier for me to get in here, but this is the general idea what you can expect. Wrapped in styrofoam and plastic is the actual Wii U console right here. So as you can see, it's actually not much bigger than a Wii, maybe, you know, an extra inch, inch and a half, something like that. It's not that much. Got fans, a lot more fan venting. Here's the back of the system, pretty straightforward stuff, HDMI port, you know, power, sensor bar, that sort of thing. So all pretty standard stuff. A couple USB drives back here. Also worth noting up front here, you got a sync button right out front, unlike before where you had to open up a tray for it. And then this little shelf down here, USB again, and an SD card reader. All right, second up, we got the Pro Controller. A lot of you guys have been asking about this. This is the box. You'll notice it's open. It's basically because I tore the hell out of it when I was trying to open it, so I saved you guys the trouble of looking at an ugly package. Controller itself, pretty straightforward, looks very much like an Xbox 360 controller, completely wireless. You're not attaching it to a Wii remote this time or anything. There's a battery indicator right up top here actually, and you can see the charge input there. Sync button right on the bottom there, and then you're basically looking at digital buttons all around, including for the click there. Pretty straightforward. The black, unfortunately, much like the system itself, is actually definitely going to show fingerprints. You can probably already see mine all over this. But that's that, and then it also comes with a charge cable. You know, it's pretty straightforward. Plugs right into the system's USB port, and then the smaller end right into the controller itself. So pretty straightforward. System supports up to 4 inputs, and Nintendo does claim 80 hours of battery life out of this sucker. So that's about it for the Pro Controller. All right, last segment for our unboxing, the games, of course, what you care about the most. We've got Ninja Gaiden here on the left, Mario on the right. Let's take a look real simply at game discs. Mario, you got a whole bunch of little characters. You got your baby Yoshis, Yoshi here with Mario, the Toads. Pretty straightforward, lots of little items everywhere. Same thing with the manual here. the blue casing that we have been seeing in a lot of the box art concepts out there. Pretty straightforward. Back, very straightforward. Ninja Gaiden, pretty much the same thing. Disc here, manual, nothing surprising here. They both do come with Club Nintendo points. I hid them so you can't take my points for yourself. And Nintendo Land actually did not come with Club Nintendo points. But yeah, there you go, games. And stay tuned to IGN.com for more on Wii U in the coming days and weeks.